Hello, so this would be your second row of your single crochet. It differs slightly from your first row, which is why it has its own video on its own. We do the first row and then the second row separately, and then we work on a few rows together. So that is your first row. You should have counted and have 15 of these little V stitches on the top. Hopefully you put a stitch marker in, although I know in the end of that video I didn't tell you to, or you could have just come straight onto the second video anyway. So at the start of the row for single crochet, we will chain one before we turn. So just as you change your stitches at the very start with your chain, you are now going to loop your yarn around your hook and bring it through this loop on your hook just the once. Okay, so you now have one extra chain here. This is called a turning chain, and it's literally to give us a little step up before we start our next row. So now this is where these V's that I was talking about previously come in. When you're doing every row other than your starting first row into your starting chain, you want to make sure you are going in under both of these loops. So now it is going to look a little bit like you have 3 loops on your hook. Okay, and you're just going to do as before, loop your yarn around your hook. But instead of bringing it through just one, because that wouldn't really give you a stitch, you're bringing it back through and under the V to give you your 2 loops on your hook. Okay, and then just as before, loop your yarn and bring it through those 2. So this is your next V. This is the one you've just done. This is your next one, and you're going to go make sure you are under both parts of that V. Loop it around, bring it back through, ensure you've only got 2 loops on your hook. Loop and bring it through those 2. This is your second one here. Okay, this is then the third one. Okay, you're going to put your hook in and under V, loop and pull it through like that. 2 loops on your hook and bring it through like that. Next one, loop, hook it around and bring it through those. Almost there. Through those 2 loops on your hook, and then this is your last stitch. So this may look a little bit awkward. This is the last one. It can seem a little bit like it's not quite a stitch. You might not be sure. I assure you on this occasion it is. Try and get it into the V so that you're under 2. You should have 2 bars there. Loop, loop around, bring it through. 2 loops on your hook, around and bring it through there. And that there then is your second row. Pull your hook out. Always count your stitches at the end of your row at the very beginning of learning, and you will see the V's there now too. And that is your second row. Congratulations.